Immediate aftermath and reactions. The insurrection prompted immediate and widespread condemnation from across the political spectrum. Many saw it as a direct attack on democracy itself. In the hours following the breach, law enforcement gradually regained control of the Capitol, and the joint session of Congress resumed later that evening, ultimately certifying Joe Biden's electoral victory in the early hours of January 7th. In the aftermath, questions arose about the preparedness and response of law enforcement. The Capitol Police and other agencies faced scrutiny for their failure to anticipate and effectively counter the threat. Several officials resigned, and an extensive investigation into the security lapses was initiated. The second impeachment of Donald Trump. The insurrection led to Donald Trump becoming the first president in American history to be impeached twice. On January 13, 2021, the House of Representatives passed an article of impeachment charging Trump with incitement of insurrection. The charge was based on his role in inciting the violence through his false claims of a stolen election and his inflammatory rhetoric on January 6th. The impeachment trial in the Senate took place in February 2021. The prosecution presented compelling evidence, including video footage of the riot and Trump's own words. However, the Senate ultimately acquitted Trump, with the vote falling short of the two-thirds majority needed for conviction. While 7 Republican senators joined all Democrats in voting to convict, the 57-43 vote was not enough to disqualify Trump from holding future office. Legal and political repercussions. The January 6th insurrection had far-reaching legal and political repercussions. Hundreds of individuals involved in the riot were arrested and charged with various offenses, ranging from trespassing and vandalism to assault and conspiracy. The Department of Justice launched a comprehensive investigation, making it one of the largest in American history. Politically, the insurrection deepened the existing divisions within the country and within the Republican Party. While some GOP members condemned Trump's actions and distanced themselves from him, others continued to support him, reflecting the deep loyalty he commanded among his base. The event also led to increased scrutiny of extremist groups and their influence in American politics. The Commission and ongoing investigations. In the months following the insurrection, there were numerous calls for a thorough investigation into the events of January 6th. After significant political wrangling, the House of Representatives established the Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack on the United States Capitol. The committee, comprising members from both parties, was tasked with uncovering the full scope of the events, the causes, and the necessary steps to prevent such an incident from occurring again. The committee conducted numerous hearings, collected vast amounts of evidence, and interviewed key witnesses. Their findings highlighted the failures in security planning and response, the coordination among extremist groups, and the role of misinformation in inciting the mob. The committee's work underscored the urgent need for reforms in security protocols and measures to address the spread of false information. Trump's continued influence and the road to 2024. Despite the fallout from the insurrection, Donald Trump remains a significant force in American politics. His influence over the Republican Party is profound, with many candidates in the 2022 midterm elections seeking his endorsement and adopting his rhetoric. Trump's claims of election fraud continue to resonate with a substantial portion of the GOP base, shaping the party's priorities and policies. As Trump eyes a potential 2024 presidential run, the legacy of January 6th looms large. His ability to mobilize his supporters and his continued assertions about the 2020 election raise concerns about the potential for future political violence and the stability of democratic institutions. Trump's path towards a 2024 candidacy will likely involve navigating the legal challenges stemming from ongoing investigations into his actions during and after the insurrection. Reflection on democracy and moving forward. The insurrection on January 6, 2021, was a stark reminder of the fragility of democracy and the dangers posed by misinformation and political extremism. It was a day that tested the resilience of American institutions and the commitment of its citizens to democratic principles. Moving forward, the United States faces the challenge of healing the deep divisions exposed by the insurrection. This involves not only addressing the immediate security concerns, but also fostering a political environment where dialogue and respect for democratic norms prevail. The events of January 6th serve as a call to action for all Americans to defend their democracy and ensure that such an assault on the nation's ideals never happens again. As the country reflects on that dark day, it must also look ahead with a renewed commitment to the values of democracy, justice, and unity. The path forward requires vigilance, accountability, and a collective effort to build a more inclusive and resilient democracy for future generations. Post-presidency and the road to 2024. After leaving office, Trump remained a dominant figure in the Republican Party and American politics. He continued to claim that the 2020 election was stolen and hinted at a potential 2024 presidential run. His influence over the GOP was evident in the party's continued embrace of his policies and rhetoric. The path to 2024. Trump's path towards the 2024 election has been marked by a series of rallies, endorsements of like-minded candidates, and legal battles. Despite facing multiple investigations into his business practices and actions during his presidency, Trump's base remains steadfastly loyal. Rallies and public appearances. Trump has maintained a high profile through rallies and public appearances where he reiterates his claims of election fraud and criticizes the Biden administration's policies. Endorsements. Trump has endorsed numerous candidates in Republican primaries, seeking to shape the party in his image. His endorsements have been a litmus test for GOP candidates, many of whom vie for his approval. Legal challenges. Trump faces ongoing legal challenges, including investigations into his business dealings and potential involvement in the January 6th insurrection. These legal issues could impact his political future, though they have so far not diminished his standing among his supporters. Trump's legacy. Donald Trump's legacy is a subject of intense debate. Supporters argue that he was a transformative president who challenged the status quo, enacted significant economic reforms, and prioritized American interests on the global stage. Critics contend that his presidency undermined democratic norms, deepened political polarization, and mishandled critical issues like the COVID-19 pandemic. Regardless of one's perspective, there is no denying that Trump's impact on American politics and society is profound. His rise from real estate mogul to reality TV star to President of the United States is a testament to his ability to connect with a substantial portion of the American electorate. As he eyes a potential 2024 run, Donald Trump's influence on the political landscape will likely continue for years to come. Donald Trump's personal life and political career are a tapestry of ambition, controversy, and unwavering determination. From his early days in the New York real estate market to his tenure in the White House, Trump has consistently defied expectations and reshaped the political discourse. As he navigates the path towards the next election, his legacy remains a powerful force in American politics, symbolizing both the potential for change and the deep divisions within the nation. This blog entry is neutral and only focuses on the events that occurred throughout Donald Trump's personal and political life. They do not express any opinion.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Delving into the Deep for regular updates.